Hello, how are we? Welcome back. Yes, hope you're doing well. What are we going to do today? Yeah, so I've not really done too much since the last episode. This building is still in the same state, and partly the reason for that is I think, if not all of it, but there's a fair amount of it's going to be wood. And wood is one thing that's not massively easy for me to obtain without going off and foresting in far off lands, unless I want to build out of jungle wood. I've got loads of that, but jungle wood looks kind of crappy. So really what I could do with is a tree farm. Which is something I've not had. So yeah, basically, I think that's what I'm going to build today. And I've been thinking about it, and I've decided, well, I want to put it over here in our farming area. Still need to fix this at some point. I want to put it over here in the farming area. Wow. But I don't really want to build it on this island here. I don't want to reserve space on the island because I could still do with a chicken farm and a pig farm and all that sort of stuff, basically. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to build it out over the sea, which kind of sounds weird, but I don't know, it just makes more sense that things like animal farms would be on the true mainland, whereas tree farms, let's see, can I clear this? Whereas, is it too late? Might be dawn already. Whereas, I don't know, it just seems to jar less for the tree farm to be on an island constructed over the sea. Now, I'm not going to do a massively automated piston-driven tree farm jobby. I'm going to go for something that looks cool instead, basically. So what I need to do is have a wander around and see where I'm going to build it. Ideally, I want it to be in an area that is loaded when I'm in the base, so that the trees can grow without me having to bone meal them all the time. Otherwise, I would probably go and build it over here, where we've got lots of open water to play with. But I don't think this gets loaded while I'm over the other side of the base. Am I on far render distance? Yeah. So that leaves this bay over here. Oh yeah, this still doesn't work. So I might have to pull this tree down at some point and give the cows an alternate way to get up to the top, or create some sort of holding pen to hold them down below and stop, and then release them when they're grown up, hook it up to the breeding clock. Yeah, I could put it over here, but the landscape kind of constricts the area there. So what about in front of the base? Whoop. Oh, I'm not even sure I've ever shown this. I'd forgotten this was here. This is my little cactus farm. Huh. Okay, so we could build it over here. Let's see how much of this gets loaded when we're trolling around upstairs. Oh. Nope. Oh, hello. Oh, oh well. So that gets a little bit. That gets loaded reasonably far out, as far as that island. So yeah, I don't really want to terraform the desert because it's going to have a lot of grass, and desert grass looks kind of rubbish. Is that going to be enough space around there? I think so. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start gathering my stuff together and get on with the building. And maybe we can time lapse this. What do you think?
Like liquid, the streets are soaking in the dirty light. The black ink streams from the hollow of her. She breaks her back as she twists her spine. She's still winding. Won't take them back. No years gone by, but she's still trying. Passion plays out. All the fears compound. It's gonna pick her up. Just push her. She breaks her back as she twists her spine. She's still winding. Won't take them back. Those years gone by, but she's still trying. She breaks her back as she twists her spine. She's still winding. Won't take them back. Those years gone by, but she's still trying. Lord, she tries. Inside, she cries a river. 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 Inside, she cries. she cries. Tears are streaming from the hollow of her. Liquid streets in the dirty light, lacking streams from the hollow. Liquid streets in the dirty light, lacking streams from the hollow. The hollow of her.
Okay. Well, hopefully that time lapse worked and you enjoyed it. I have decided to cut that here, and we'll have a look at basically what we've got going so far. Now, I've pretty much just been chucking blocks down, to be honest. No. Wait. Just been chucking blocks down, and I've come up with 2 ender pearls for the price of 1. How many have I got? Oh, fine. And I've come out with this circular shape, and I do really like this circle thing going on. One thing that strikes me is, well, I could just plant this up now and it will be a tree farm, and I can come along, cut the trees down, plant some saplings, off I go. The only thing is, I'll have to wait around to get the saplings, and I'm sorry, but there's just something in me. I thought, no, it'll be okay, it'll just be a simple affair. But there's just something in me that just cannot let that stand, basically. And it's a really awkward shape to collect things from. I've had a couple of ideas. One is I lose the grass and I cover this all in half slabs which have hoppers underneath, and that way I can cut stuff down and I'll leave like little pockets to plant trees in, and I can cut it all down and then replant and walk away, and the leaves will decay, the saplings will drop onto the slabs and go through them into the hoppers, because that works. But I don't really want to lose the grass. And it's a really awkward shape to set water streams up to collect them. Though, having said that, I have had an idea. Now this here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18 divided by 2 is 9, so I'd have to do 3 layers. If I basically built this up, so say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And do that, and like that, and then another 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like that. That would mean I could get a water stream from the corner all the way to the outside. So what I'll do is I'll set that up in this corner, let's see, so that's 4 on here. 1, 2, 3, 4. I will set that up on this corner and come back to you. Okay, so that's what I've done there. Made these roughly circular. Let's see how a water flow behaves. Oh. Brilliant. Okay. What if... That's slightly better. I guess I'm going to have to make it diagonally. A diagonal thing. Yeah. Okay. Right, I'll sort that out. Okie dokie, let's see if that works. Yep. Oh, I've made that a little bit far away. Okay, no problem. I just need to pop these out one more. Ba-ba. Oh. Come on. Oh, not quite to the edge. Although having said that, I do need to put a collection down, and it's probably going to have to be hoppers. And they're not going to connect diagonally, so it's probably going to have to go like that. So I think that will do it. Right, so we're going to need a load of hoppers, enough hoppers to totally encircle this entire pad. Yeah. And we need to repeat this stepped pattern on all 4 quadrants. And 4 works out quite well because we can have oak, pine, birch, spruce, and well, I guess jungle. Even though I'm not really short on jungle wood. And then I guess what, one tree up here, 3 trees on here, and perhaps 4 or 5 trees on here, and I'll surround each growing spot with glowstone. So we'll have, which I just handily happen to have with me. So if this is a growing spot here, we'll do that, and that, and each one of those spots will be for a tree, and that will sort lighting out. I guess we'll need some dispensers for the water. I'll probably put dispensers in this corner facing up, although part of me feels the need to do something a bit grander and maybe have a single water source in the top. Actually, there's an issue here as well. There's an issue in that I can't replant while the water's going, and I can't stop the water. I'd ideally want to cut down, replant and go. So let me talk you through what's occurred to me here. Ideally, the workflow for this place is to come up, chop down a load of trees that are stood here grown, replant them, walk away, and have the saplings that drop from the despawning leaves automatically cared for. Now, in order to collect the saplings at the moment, this setup is going to require them to be flushed with water. And in order for them to be flushed with water, well, if I flush them with water, I can't put a sapling down because that happens. So I would end up having having to walk away and then come back and replant at a different point, which is not the smoothest workflow. I like things where I can come up, do everything in one go, and then go away and not have to wait for stuff like leaf decay. How to fix that? Well, I could go back to hoppers under every block and have it all. It's going to look very clinical, though. I quite like the look of having grass out here. Tis an interesting thing. If only you could plant saplings with dispensers. I'm pretty certain I could come up with a pretty awesome system if you could do that. If you could plant things with dispensers. I know you can bone meal things with dispensers now, but I can't set up a system so it waits for the trees to grow, because the saplings will have either despawned or will get incorporated into the leaves of the new trees, so I'll never get any sapling return. Yeah, I may have muffed this. I wish I'd never put the grass down. I wouldn't know how much I would prefer to have the grass here. Gonna have to think. And thinking is something I best do while not talking. So I'll come back to you. Damn it! Okay, so if we use jack-o'-lanterns instead of glowstone, we can put pressure plates on. And, oh, that's not going to work here, is it? I'm just going to stay there. Okay, let's just get rid of those ones for the moment. Just so that we can we'll figure a water stream out. I'll probably have to introduce it from here and here maybe, or maybe move this forward, I'm not sure. So it kind of makes it round, doesn't it? It's not going to make it back into these bits, but then having said that, it doesn't need to catch every single sapling. Sapling drops are quite, apart from jungle trees, sapling drops are high enough that I'm not particularly worried about losing a few of them. I just need it to self-sustain. After all, it's not feed the beast. It's not like I can turn them into anything or make them into biofuel or something. So, yeah. What will I do with this bit? I guess what I have to introduce water in 2 locations. So let me set the rest of these up. Okay, right. So let's do a test. I'm not massively hopeful about this. I'll chuck a load of stuff out and let's see how much gets all the way to the bottom. Yeah, let's... Oops, hit the record key instead of the... I've got my throw key remapped to minus because I kept throwing stuff by accident. Let's get some to actually go into the water. Half of it's just landing right in there. Thing is, I don't think any of it's going to get to the bottom. Very, very, very little. Okay. Oop. Time to rethink. Most of it ends up on these pressure plates. What if we placed hoppers instead of lights under the pressure plates? Ah, yes, because if there's hoppers under there, it doesn't matter if they just get stopped in these places because the hoppers will suck them up. It's going to make putting this, it's going to really mean I'm going to need a lot of hoppers. I'm not got any on me at the moment, but it would vastly improve the number of drops that get caught. Okie doke. Right. So what we're going to do... Now, I'm glad I built this platform so thick because it's going to be much more... it's going to be much easier to get hoppers down here and kind of snake them around with it being as thick as it is. Okay, so let's see, let's come down here, clear some room out. Now, can we... Here's a question. Are hoppers transparent to light? Because that would be pretty awesome if they are. We can go pump, and might as well use a pumpkin, a jack-o'-lantern, same light level as glowstone. Right, okay, and then how we do this? How do we do this? There. Or can I just do that and that, and then go over to the next one? Like that. Jack-o'-lantern there. And kind of come along like this. Bring these guys round like this. And is there a next one? I think, yeah, that's 3. Here we go. Yep. And below here, jack-o'-lantern on there. And boom, there's an extra hopper that's not necessary there. Let me out, let me out. Right. Then we put hoppers on like this. And the question is, what's our block like? 10. Well, we're very close to these, so let's take these out. Okay, so I've removed all of the jack-o'-lanterns on this quadrant, so the only lighting we've got is kind of the torches just there, and the jack-o'-lanterns below here. So if we get into the middle here, yep, block light 10 and 11 if we stand right over the top here, gets down to 8 here. That is acceptable. Ooh, there's a spot 7 there, so I might have to do something about that. And the final question is, well, not quite the final question, can we put pressure plates on? And we can. Oh, wonderful. Right, let's see, let's just put some hoppers to nowhere down here so we can put pressure plates on. This double right clicking thing is getting intensely irritating. Right, okay, I really should stop saying that. Okay, right, like, oh, where did that water? Is that double? Please tell me if any of you are having the same thing, because if it's just my mouse, which is a reasonably new Logitech gaming mouse, then maybe I can fix it or get the mouse replaced or something. Right, okay. So we've got the same water streams that we had before. And let's go throw some pressure plates. And they should all make it down to either the end or these areas. Nothing there, there's a couple there. Right, so I picked a couple up there, the rest should be in this hopper. Yes! Wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. So I need to do the same thing with the hoppers below the pressure plates here and up here, and have them all connect together somewhere. Yeah, somewhere. Probably actually needs to go down. They all need to flow down so that we can pick up from this last row here. I'm also going to need the hoppers along here to pick up any that get past here. So yes, it's pretty much more of the same of what I've already shown you under this row. So I'm going to do that and come back to you. Okay, so I know we're running long here, so we're going to have to leave this project off, but let's cover what I've got so far. I've hooked all the hoppers along here. I noticed this isn't in a straight line. I'm not too bothered about that because actually I would probably prefer to move this one over here to make it a bit more of a kind of a curvy. It was a mistake to get the last three in a straight line, but it's a tree farm. It doesn't have to be even and symmetrical. The final row of hoppers is under the is under grammar police, call them, are under these half slabs because I don't know, I thought I was getting too many of these thingies, slabs. If we look at our light levels, we're looking, oh, there's an 8. Where was that 8? Oh, it's down on there. That's okay. As long as we are good 7. So yeah, I mean, I'm going to have to figure the lighting out a little bit here to stop here. Spawns, but we should be able to do a manual test. Well, like that, and naturally I haven't got any bone meal. So what I'm going to do is I am going to let these grow, and then, well, I think what I'll do is I'll let these grow, and then montage a little bit of a cutting down scene to close the episode, and we'll check what the dealio is. They all should be going to this hopper here, which I guess I'll run somewhere and have an item elevator and have them pop up into chests or something. Don't know. But yeah, let's see how these guys do. Okay, so the test is done. I've just popped over here. I think it looks pretty nice. I think once the other two sides are filled in and we've got some sort of centerpiece maybe. I'm going to need to put glass blocks above the trees to stop any monsters growing. But I think it's the hill actually, making it a hill actually works better than it being flat. But let's see. So obviously I've picked up saplings going round chopping them down. But I had a load of saplings, so we're going to discount those because I can't remember how many I started with, and we're just going to count how many have reached the hopper, and if it is more than 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, if it's more than 7, then we've achieved self-sustainability. Oh, wonderful. Okay, and some wood as well that I didn't pick up. Awesome. So, jobs to do. Repeat this on the other 3 quarters. We're going to need to incorporate maybe a 5-minute clock. maybe not quite that much, for releasing the water, and of course some method of releasing the water. Yes, so but that's all I've got time for. Yeah. Until next time, guys. Take care of yourselves. Bye bye. Just a quick addition to the episode. I recently passed 300 subs, which is brilliant. I'm very happy that 300 people, well, more than that now, have decided I'm worth hitting the subscribe button. Really, really, thanks to you guys who have done that. I'm such a bad shot today. But yeah, so here's to further growth on the channel. Tell your friends, share the videos, it all helps. And 400, a bigger fireworks display. Yeah. Anyway, you know the score. Take care of yourselves. Bye bye.